Ah, thank goodness. Your timing could not have been better, Mr. Advanced UAV. Very handy indeed. It's very easy to lose your bearings when you're playing Arkaden. They could be anywhere. Preferably right here. Yeah, you didn't stand a chance. They very rarely do. Just like that. Running through the back stairs by C-Dom can be a very profitable experience if you're holding a shotgun. I used to try and avoid this area, but now I'm starting to get used to all the hot spots and where to go and where not to go. This area right here, for example, the top of the double stairs, and then going down towards the rubble. It's a nice area. I step out towards B to kill the guy off, but I don't go out there, because that fountain area is a death trap. So I stay back here by the furniture. Just trying to stick to all the shotgun-friendly areas, and create a loop that I can run around constantly, whilst knowing I'm always in close quarters. But this area is kind of touch and go. It depends on how populated it is, and where the enemies are coming from. In ground war, it's even more dangerous, and is more often than not a no-go. But this is only a 6v6, and I went towards the A flag again to clear out a guy who was coming from there. But it is taking a risk, and I backtrack, start running this loop again. This area is a nice place going out towards C through the hall through bottom mid, and it's all shotgun friendly. It's especially USAS-12 friendly. Just don't stick around in one area for too long. I move away from that doorway, and the same goes for this rubble area here. There's a lot of ways they can see you from furniture, from C-Dom, from the top of the double stairs, and from the fountain. If you're going to pass through here, make it quick, just don't stick around for too long. And I feel like I'm being a bit too serious. Sadly, all good streaks must come to an end. As much as I like Arkaden, it's still a very tricky and risky map, and you could cop it at any moment. There's a lot of ways to be shot from. That's another quick two, but I must have been one bullet away from dying there. So I hang back to recover. They're all clearly pouring out at C, I think. Shall I go behind? No, let's take them on. Oh, fuck! Looks like they're going to take me on. Jesus. That's another two. You know what? Let's just get in there. Have some of this, you bet. 22 kill streak up in flames just from being impatient. Brilliant, Boo. Well done. Fantastic. Well, we'll try and make up for it on C-Town. This is actually before, because I'm ranking up the shotgun. I decided, you know what, I'll do some challenges. I'm not shy of dying, so let's whack on a suppressor and grind out some XP. Let's see how this thing handles itself. To my surprise, it handles itself pretty fucking well, even without range damage or double attached with extended mags. This USAS-12 has focus, and it doesn't have steady aim because I hadn't unlocked it at the time. So while you're not hitting anywhere near the one-hit kill and range potential of the damage extended mags USAS I had on Arkaden, I'm making up for it by not showing up on the map. While you might need to get closer, having a suppressor gives you that permission. Silent shotguns was something I always laughed at the thought of, thinking, pfft, nah, rubbish, useless. You're gonna need all the range you can get. Well, I'm honestly starting to think that suppressors really do have a place on these guns. There's tactics, methods of the madness, and there's definitely that crafty feel you get when you start nailing people with it. So C-Town in particular is one of the better shotgun maps. There's a lot of areas on this map that are shotgun friendly, and I'm in one of them right now. All these buildings around here, they scream out shotguns and they say, close quarters combat only please. All the corridors are narrow and all the walkways between them equally as compressed. Anyone you find around here will generally be right up in your grill. That's right where you want them. In fact, that's right where you're going to need them. I'm already one step ahead because I have my suppressor attached. It's going to be doubly hard for them to find me. But I think I've done enough work around here. I'm going to make my way to the other side, but not to that corner building. That whole area around A-Dom is a death trap, but when you're losing an objective, you've got no choice. Well, I've got no choice. I ain't sticking around here though. We've got 2 flags, we don't need A. But I think someone's chasing... Yep. Slow down, fella. This area around the tunnel, very nice. This market area, kinda nice, but then again, kinda tricky. Don't stick around here because there are some long sight lines. Use it to pass through, but then get out when you can. And with this middle market area, does anyone else think District from Call of Duty 4? I guess that's why I kinda like C-Town, because District was my favourite map from Call of Duty 4. The resemblance is scary. Almost as scary as Final Stand when you have a shotgun. That's really not something I want to be dealing with here, dude. Another thing I wouldn't want to deal with would be striker shotguns. Oh, speak of the devil. I thought it was too good to be true, a 19 kill streak with a focus USAS with a suppressor. I think the big bomb is a little beyond my reach with that kind of weapon, but maybe with the damage USAS we can sort things out. I'd like to think I could. Well, I'm on a 2 kill streak. Let's see how it goes. 3 kill streak. 4 kill streak? Yeah. Oh, come on, number 5. Yeah, 5 kill streak, okay. It's looking good, let's see how we get on. So Underground is one of them maps that I also didn't like for a long period of time, but Now I'm starting to get a feel of the shotgun-friendly areas. I'm starting to actually use my brain and think, that area of the map seems to get me killed a lot. Maybe if I tried not going there, I'd fare a little better. Yeah, let's give it a try, and that's why on Arkaden now, I'm starting to get some good scores. It's because I'm starting to realise that all the outdoor areas by the fountain, by the bar, and by ADOM don't lend themselves well to people who want to run at them with submachine guns and shotguns. It's not good practice, and those kind of areas lend themselves better to those who like to play defensively with assault rifles. Or, I prefer the term death trap for people like me. Now, while I wouldn't want to consider myself a great advisor or tips and tricks master on staying alive, if there's one thing that's been working for me recently, it's to take note of where you get smashed to pieces. Think, why am I getting smashed to pieces constantly by this fountain on Arkaden? Why am I constantly getting smashed to pieces by the well of Seatown? Why is it that I'm constantly getting smashed to pieces in these death traps? It's because they're death traps. Just try and make mental notes of the areas where you don't fare so well, and don't go there unless you absolutely have to, or if you know they're clear. Just make quick work of them, get in and get out, and move on to the next parts. Move on into the areas that are friendly to the gun you're holding. Seems like pretty obvious advice, right? Well, I would have thought so too. I'm surprised it's taken me this long to realise why I couldn't piece together the big streaks. Well, now it's starting to work. Find your best areas, find the paths between them, and run the loop. And here goes 1, and 2, and 3. Ah, the little chain made me giggle for some reason. Well, the good news, gents, is that I'm finally 10th, and it also means that I've got one final grind of guns, and then I'll never have to worry about losing all the gear ever again. It also means I can make more stuff like this. Tearing it up, the compilation vids, the longer stuff where I can talk about some guns, and why I think they're sexy. I love doing the MOAB vids though, because they're nice and short and snappy, and I can make them on a frequent basis as long as I have the MOABs to provide. But now that I'm finally 10th, I think I can get a nice mix of the two. Shit, I forgot, how's that streak going? Oh Christ, we're on 23, one more kill, come on. Of course. I try not to use the word camping too much, but... You camping motherfucker! Oh, thank you very much. Well, I don't know what's going to come next, I'm not going to make any promises, but I think it'll be an MOAB, and after that I'd like to rotate onto another gun, which even I don't know what it's going to be. Could be a sniper, who knows. I ain't exactly what they call the QSG, but I am most certainly a hard-scoping king. Hope you enjoyed, thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.